Here is a quick tropical update here on Invest 92L, currently going on in the northeastern Gulf of Mexico. You can see some convection bubbling up here, and the frames here, later frames towards the Florida Panhandle, early over into the Gulf of Mexico. You can see some rumblings of a rotation, broad rotation, getting its act together here. And if you look closely on some of the frames, you can see looks like some little swirls developing there, and as the storm starts getting more and more developed with time. Um, Currently, the storm is in about 29 to 30 degrees Celsius waters here, which you can see on this graphic here, where the storm's at currently about the general region here. Give or take, it's in about 30 to 29 degrees Celsius waters, which is um, plenty enough to sustain tropical storm or tropical depression easily over the next few days here as it moves over towards the west or the west southwest here with time into 30 Celsius waters. And if it takes that Louisiana track that some models are hinting here, it'll be over towards 31 degrees Celsius waters. Let's look at the winds here currently going on right now. You can see it's in the area, fairly light winds here, winds here about 5 to 10 knots currently. Right now. So once here, albeit it's not the lightest it can be, it's still conductive for development here. If you look at the water vapor, you can see the envelope of moisture from 92L here. Pretty much there's only dry air to its southwest here and over towards its north here towards Georgia and Alabama there, but it's starting to get covered up by some convection popping up in the later frames there, as you can see. And then if you look at the models here, this is a GFS ensemble track guidance from 6 UTC on July 9th here. You can see that for the most part, they take it towards Louisiana and Mississippi here. Some outliers take it towards northeastern Texas, Texas-Louisiana border here. At this point, it's fairly uncertain where the storm will go. Again, it hasn't developed a well-defined area of low pressure, but once it does, the models will be able to get a better grip on this storm and be able to figure out where exactly the storm is going to go and what timing it's going to be at and so on. But you can see here, 24 hours out from now, the models are fairly in agreement here. Then over 48 hours from now, they're still in a fair amount of agreement here. And then after that point, after 48 hours, you can see they get a lot more spread out there, with a lot of them, again, taking it towards Louisiana, Mississippi, and then some outliers taking it towards northeast Texas or Texas-Louisiana border there. And again, these aren't the most reliable models. These are ensemble models, so they could be inaccurate. But this is just like a consensus, if you will, of what the models are thinking it's going to go. And again, that's from 6CTC on July 9th. This is the Icon model. I'll start on this, I guess, for now, since it's the one that I have up currently. We can see about 24 hours from now, this is about 24 hours from now, you can see it's starting to develop there, 92L. This is about 48 hours out from now, 102 millibar storm there. And that's in the Icon model on the 18Z run. It doesn't get any farther than that because it's a new run. If you look at the GFS model, the 12Z GFS model, you can see 24 hours from now, still develops it. 48 hours from now, it's at 104 millibar, not 104, 1004 millibar storm there. 72 hours from now, 994 millibars, likely a tropical storm or maybe a strong tropical depression there. Then 84 hours out, likely a tropical storm. 989 millibars there, and goes down to 987 there. 108 hours from now, and then 114 hours from now, it looks like it makes landfall, or it's about to make landfall there at 6 Zulu, Sunday, July 14th there. But it looks a bit on western Louisiana there as a former. Alright, sorry about that. You can see 114 hours out, makes landfall there on July 14th. This is the GFS model. It heads on its way inland there. If you look at the EastMWF model, you can see on 48 hours from now, well, 24 hours from now, you can see what it looks like there. But 48 hours from now, you can see some developing isobars there, more and more closed isobars. And then 72 hours out, you can see a 997 millibar either tropical depression, strong tropical depression, or tropical storm there. 96 hours out, you could see a 987 millibar storm headed into straight into Louisiana there. 120 hours out from now, you can see it's far inland, and this is a 12Z Tuesday East MWF model here that I'm looking at. You can see where the storm's at. But those are the main models right now for the time being. And if you look at the National Hurricane Center right now, you can see their 5 day cone of uncertainty graphic here. Well, not cone of uncertainty, but tropical weather outlook, actually, rather. And you can see what the discussion says there. I can read it out for you there. You can see a broad area of low pressure has emerged over the Appalachia Bay in the northeastern Gulf of Mexico. Environmental conditions are expected to be conducive for tropical cyclone formation and development over the next several days, and the tropical depression is likely to form by late Wednesday or Thursday while the system moves westward across the northern Gulf of Mexico. And Air Force Reserve Reconnaissance Aircraft Unit is scheduled to investigate the low on Wednesday if necessary. This disturbance has the potential to produce heavy rainfall from the upper Texas coast to the Florida Panhandle during the next several days. In addition, the system the system could produce wind and storm surge impacts later this week or this weekend from Louisiana to the upper Texas coast. Interests along the Gulf Coast should continue to monitor its progress. For more information, please check the sea product issued by your local weather forecast office and NOAA Weather Prediction Center, and they give it a 70% chance for the next 48 hours, and in the next 5 days, a 80% chance of development into at least a tropical depression force storm or higher. See, that's from forecaster Stewart. And this is from 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here. Again, this is National Hurricane Center here, up there, or type up www.nhc.noaa.gov or National Hurricane Center NHC on Google. You can probably tap that up and get to there immediately, and you could read their latest information on this, and you get a graphical tropical weather outlook. If you wanted to see the satellite imagery of the storm here, you could go ahead and do that and see the storm looks like, what the storm looks like on there. And if you want to get the latest information on from your particular office, mine is the Corpus Christi National Weather Service office, and it's right down there. I'll click on it, and it'll take me straight to National Weather Service Corpus Christi page, and I'll be able to see and read what they're predicting is going to happen for the day and the coming days. You can see the beach cast there tonight, and you can see into the five day range there what they predict, and you can see it gets more showers start to develop later this weekend. I'm assuming due to the tropical disturbance here in the northeastern Gulf of Mexico. There, I imagine if we go towards National Weather Service Houston, Galveston, we'll probably be able to see the what they say on the system there. Yeah, they say just to watch it. Low pressure moving westward and watch it. I'll stop it here. You can stop the video here and read this. But I'm gonna keep on going. You can see what they say there. And always make sure you have your hurricane supply kit ready. Even if this does not affect you or is not forecast to affect you, make sure you have it ready, because just in case we're again getting into the heat of hurricane season now. We're in July here, and we're nearing the peak of season a few months from now. So it's always better to be prepared. And make sure you have your supply kit. Make sure you have your necessities ready, just in case one does come over and threaten your area. You are ready, and you're not, you know, out of the blue, either taken out of the blue, but not prepared at all. But in general, make sure you tune into your local National Weather Service office. Go to the National Weather Service office or type up NWS or National Weather Service, and then click on your area on the map here. Like, say if you live over, just say you live over in, I don't know, maybe the southern Florida here. You go over there. So if you live in that county, you go over and click on there, and it'll send you to your latest forecast office here. So the forecast office of Miami, South Florida. And then say if you want to be more specific, you live in Fort Lauderdale, you could click on a map and put Fort Lauderdale, and you could go over and see a local forecast over there from the next few days. Oh, the little mistake there. hold on, let me whoop, technical issues here. Um, let's say you live in Miami, and you want to know what's currently going on. It'll give you your local forecast for a general area. You can put in your zip code or your city name, and it'll give you more exact um, info on the forecast there. And you can see the forecast there over the next 2 days. I think up to about 5 or 7 days out. You can see the forecast there of your local National Weather Service office, and that's the National Weather Service. .gov. You can see NW. You can probably search up NWS and find it on the top page there. And then if you want official info on the area of disturbance, just go over to www.nhc.noma.gov or just type up National Hurricane Center NHC, and it'll probably take you there to like the first result, and you'll be able to see and read up on the latest information on this particular storm. So just stay aware that this thing's active over the next coming days. It has the potential to become a strong tropical storm or maybe even a hurricane, possibly, perhaps. That's not out of the realm of possibility, unfortunately, but we'll see what goes on in the next few days. Regardless, it's going to be a rain and flooding threat here for the Gulf Coast, and just make sure you stay tuned to your local offices and official areas and sources of information here over the next coming days, and that'll be fine. And I'll give you the latest up-to-date information on what you need to do and how strong the storm is. So that's all it from me. Have a great day or night wherever you guys are. Stay safe. Make sure you're hurricane prepared and ready. And see you guys later in the next video. Peace.